up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of What Now, where we speculate on the future of things. And we're going to base this off of Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. Once again, if you haven't seen the film, please go away because we're going to spoil the movie. Also, stay tuned at the end for a giveaway for PS5. Now, we're going to open up with the entire first post-credit scene, which was fucking mind-blowing. We got the actual panel from the comics, the Council of Kangs. You got Ramatut, the Scarlet Centurion, and who else, Gecko? Who else? Do you remember?
Immortus.
Right. Also, Sleepy, who did we see in the stands? Do you remember? You know, you've been making fun of me all week about it. You should remember.
Bro, God.
Yes. And it was just stunning to see this comic.
Wait. Doom Kang.
Yes. Like, what the hell? How can... I never thought... The rumors were real, okay? So I never thought I would see this panel come to life, and we did. That was more stunning to me. But I like where this is going. I like the things they said that this Kang dying, allegedly, spoiler alert, in Antman and the Wasp, and he wasn't killed by the Kangs. He was killed by this Avengers-type people that they're affecting the Kang dynasty. And we might have to do something about this, so that's why they called everybody together and to say, like, what's up? We got to do something about this. And that scene of just seeing all those Kangs in that, like, gladiator-type arena and to see them all showing up on the Doctor Doom time platforms from a Multiverse of Madness, that's also a spoiler from that movie, was just great to watch and great to see. Anybody else got thoughts on this, Sleepy?
Dude, I may not have read comics, but just the energy, like, I listened to a bunch of comics explained, so I know the basic things of the Scarlet
Centurion.
Thank you, Scarlet Centurion, Immortus, and Ramatut. I also know like Kang himself. He ain't fucking dead. He ain't dead.
That is a rumor that when he got zapped, he went into the time stream, so he didn't die. That's a rumor.
No, I don't. He ain't
also,
dead.
I made a mistake. It's not called the Scarlet Centurion. They're just going to call him the Centurion, and that's why they changed the color of his outfit, is not to confuse people with Wanda. So I did see that earlier, so it's just a Centurion now. I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead, finish your thought.
Nope, you're good. Thank you for the correction. But just the pure energy, like, the intro sequence of when you just walk in and you see that they're talking, like, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Call them all.
Yeah.
All of them. I mean, like, as they're walking out, they're just how excited they're all to see the fucking main three. Just shows you the different power levels that Kang can be. Like, having Jonathan Majors play so many different Kangs and each one stood out in its own fucking personality in that stadium. Mind-blowing. And that's just the first post-credit scene we got. But we'll talk about that one far later. Gecko, tell us.
The energy, bro, like you said, the freaking energy of seeing each variant of Kang popping in. They're like, if you see, they're like celebrating, like they know what's happening. They know there's a war coming. They're like, woo! They're jumping and shit. To me, that shit, that was crazy, bro. I'll be honest, as a fan, seeing that, I'm like, oh my God, it is the comic panel. Now, things we got from there, like Tony said, the time platform from Doctor Doom. That is from the movie Multiverse of Madness. So it shows that little connection between Kang and Doctor Doom.
Yes.
The whole Scarlet Centurion I understand why they would change the name, but I'm still going to call him the Scarlet Centurion because I know him as the Scarlet Centurion. So the Scarlet Centurion and Ramatad, I don't know if you guys caught that, but they were like kind of like going back and forth between each other. Like, okay, so they're together, but they don't get along. So they're about to work together, but if you see they don't get along, if you see, I think Ramatad tells him, "Oh, I bet you would have liked it to be him, the one that killed them."
Yeah, because the Mortis is like the one in charge. Yeah.
Because if you see, he's like teasing the Centurion. So to me, it shows that, you know, they still got that little bumping of the head. Kind of got questions where I don't know where this could go or where it does not go. Because, okay, so here we go with the questions, with a couple questions, see how well we could answer and what we could come up, because this is what people want to know. They probably got questions about that. The fact that Kang is trying to escape to exact revenge on the people that put him there, which is the Council of Kangs, right? Right? So follow me on this. So he's trying to exact revenge on them, right? So as to get back at them for them exiling there. But then allegedly he gets killed, and now they're like, wait a minute. So my thing goes with this. Could it be that Kang the Conqueror, even though he's the bad guy that exactly he wants to destroy things, he's actually seeing what's happening and seeing like, wait a minute, you three guys are just keep rebooting timelines and you're fucking up the whole thing where it's going to crash, where I'm just trying to destroy it. And even though it looks like I'm the bad guy, a la Thanos, I'm trying to help you guys, because if we let this, and we'll go with the theory, if you see he had the circle, which he's trying to get the timeline into a whole infinite loop of the circle where the whole thing, they got it like all breaking up. And if you see, he's trying to put everything into one timeline because he understands what's happening. He understands about the incursion and everything. And me personally, what I see right there from them is that they probably using the timeline and just doing whatever. And now that they see that the Avengers, so I don't think they're really trying to. Okay, so my point is that I don't really think they're trying to like avenge Kang. They're just trying to protect their asses because they're like, wait a minute, they know about us now. We need to start acting.
Going
to
push back from what I understand. This Kang is the one that started the multiversal war. And all the other Kangs came together to agree that this guy needs to go back and be in a place where he can't get out. Because he wants to wipe out everybody and only have one true timeline. And the other Kangs, including He Who Remains, decided that we'll just go out and protect our own timelines in our own way.
Okay.
And so that's one of the speculations. So that he just couldn't agree to that. That he thinks there should only be one timeline, his timeline. So he literally went around wiping out everybody, including the other Kangs. So that's why he was sort of exiled to the quantum realm.
Hey, there's two sides to the story. So there is cool where they could go with this story. I'm trying to say, I don't know which story is the right one, but like you said, he explains it real well. Like you said it too, where he thinks that his timeline, which makes sense too. And it makes sense because he's a conqueror. He's Kang, the fucking conqueror.
Right.
His name says it. So it makes sense where he's like, wait a minute, I'm the superior Kang. Nuh-uh. I need to break all this timelines because I'm the one that's supposed to be in charge. So it makes sense about that. But if you see how he tells you the story, it gives you that impression that he's not the bad guy.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Another pushback based on a rumor. When he gets zapped at the end of this movie, that zaps him to some way, somehow it's going to be rewired that he becomes the Beyonderer.
Can I give you an idea on that?
Everything on that. Go ahead.
About that.
Yeah, Sleepy is just freaking out right now. Like, what the
fuck? About that. And now we're going to get with this.
Go on.
Bro, it makes sense that he will become the Beyonder, and I'm going to tell you why. The ants. They showed you that by them going through the quantum realm, they went 10,000 years. So for him to become the Beyonder, my guess is that he's going to go till the end of time again and get that beyond technology, that celestial technology. Because if you see, everything seems like it's celestial too. Like the whole symbolism. There's a lot of symbolism here that you could direct them to other things. Like, okay, and we're going to go with this. The 10 rings. It had a whole bunch of rings. Everything was with a ring. He's always showing you with the ring. And to me, if you see the Celestial had the same things. So to me, it feels like what happened to him is the same thing that's going to that happened to the ants. And we're not getting it now, but we're going to get it in an end credit scene as we get closer to Kang Dynasty, because I expect him to come. This is the Kang that's going to be the badass. You're just not going to see him till later on, because this is what my guess is, that the Kangs from the Council of Kangs are going to invade Earth and fight the Avengers. And then the Beyonder Kang is going to come and be like, hey, I don't get along with none of you motherfuckers. And that's not how the way it works. Plus, he probably had, the Beyonder's powers, which how it goes. He can probably manipulate time and all that, bro. So to me, to be honest, I'm kind of excited. And you could go a lot of ways. And like I said, I was thinking about that this morning, just how the ants went 10,000 years in the future, and they advanced so much. Probably that's what happened to Kang. He goes millions of years in the future, probably. Not probably 10,000, but probably millions of years in the future. And boom, he ends up being the Beyonder. Now, might there be another guy that was the Beyonder and he takes his powers? I don't know how they're going to do it. But the fact is that my guess is that he is, like you said, if the rumors are right, he is the Beyonder, because just the ending, the way he went into the quantum realm and what happened to the ants, for some reason they showed it to you with the ants, not just there because they were supposed to save the day, but probably there to show you, hey, once you see what we got in store for you, you're going to come back and be like, oh, damn, that fucking Kevin Feige.
Now remember, the point of the Kangs were that the Avengers had figured out the multiverse. The fact that if we can realize each other and make a pact to not attack, well, all these Avengers from different multiverses can come together and defeat us. If Antman was able to defeat Kang, what happens when the multiversal Thor and a multiversal Avengers from each universe come together, a la the Illuminati? They could defeat one of us. So we have to go in now and defeat the Avengers in every single universe in order to prevent that from happening.
Now, question, Tony, or Sleepy, because, but one of you to see, the thing is that Sleepy got that shocked face, like, what the hell? But whichever one could answer this, and I'm going to just throw it out there. But let's say, right, that you said that Kang is the one that's controlling the whole thing and the multiverse and whatnot, right? Do you honestly think, and this is just me throwing it out there, do you honestly think that this Kang is not going to fight the Council of Kang? Or do you think he's going to end up fighting them? So then whose side is this Kang going to be? Because ain't this Kang trying to kill the Council of Kang? But they're trying to...
No, he's trying to wipe the entire multiverse where there's only one verse. So he's trying to wipe out everything. Yeah, so remember, he who remains brought peace to the multiverse to stop it. This Kang is the one that actually started it. Now, they all want to be in charge of it, but they came to agreement if we take out this one Kang, we take out the Conqueror version of Kang, exile him to this place we discovered called the Quantum Realm, we'll just sign an agreement to where we'll live in peace. It's like the 5 mafia families in New York, for lack of a better thing. We'll agree not to kill each other and not to step on each other's turf. And before you kill somebody, you got to get permission from all 5 families. And then we'll take those 5 families out and we'll run the entire North America. Because, you know, we'll run Canada and we'll run all the families in every single city, and they'll all come back through us 5. And I think they sort of came together on that.
It makes sense. Now I see where you're going. Another question. Just based on rumors, like I said, both of you could answer whatever. Just based off of rumors. Do you think that probably this Kangs, because you know we heard the rumors that 83A might end up colliding with 616 and the 83A, just in case people don't know who they are, which you probably should know who they are because we already seen them in the Multiverse of Madness. But just in case, that last world where Stephen Strange is dead and that they kill Thanos and whatnot, could it be that this Kangs try to persuade the A3A and be like, hey, you need to, 616 is trying to mess you up. Like, could they put them in a collision course for them to clash and fight? And based on the rumors of, like, let's say the Marvels, where she's going to jump to the A3A universe.
Yeah, she's going to supposedly, allegedly stop an incursion and get trapped in there. The interesting thing is that her mother is already there, but she's that version of Captain Marvel. So to see that on screen will be interesting, but I don't think that it'll be that version of Kang that is actually in there. I think what we're going to see is that each Kang comes to Earth or whatever in their version of the Avengers and just starts, or Illuminati, and just starts wiping them out. And I think the point of the Secret Wars is that all the different surviving Avengers will have to band together to get the multiversal Avengers. One of the speculations is that when Monica Rambeau goes to 838, that may be the Tobey Maguire universe, and he may make a cameo at the end.
Oh, that'll be nice.
And he's in that universe, or maybe it's an Andrew Garfield version, and he might appear, or maybe it's the Fox X-Men universe, and you get one of the Fox X-Men to appear, whichever version you want to do. So that's one of the rumors. And go back to the Beyonder real quick. I like to see how he evolves from Kang to the Beyonder and gets that ability. I think we're going to see it. I think that would be more cool. And then to see him come back and say, you know what? Fuck you guys. Remember me, and then just wipe out everybody.
I think we're gonna see it, Tony. I feel like a cool thing that they could do with this is, like, let's say, and it could be any movie, bro. To be honest, because if you remember when they were teasing Thanos, it wasn't based on multiverse movie. It was just based out of a movie, and boom, they would throw the a tease of Thanos here and there. I feel like if they could tease, like, let's say this would be a cool end credit scene to see. He fades to black and he's walking through like a world that's all messed up and he's like all injured. And he finds this castle or something.
Remember, there's another rumor that the castle, you have to see it a second time, actually looks like the gladiatorial arena that they all met at. The statues on the arena are the same statues from that are in the actual castle, and that this is at the end of time where He Who Remains is. This is the effect of what happened at the end. Because remember, He Who Remains also said that he was perfect for everything, and that he wanted Loki and Sylvie to stay in charge, because had they taken over, this Kang would have never escaped the quantum realm. So basically, since Sylvia killed him and never fucked up, and it fucked up everything, this is how the Kang was able to figure out how to escape. So
and he warned her. He's like,
go ahead, say what's
if he killed you, someone worse is gonna come for you.
Right.
Who? Me.
Well,
and
everybody,
every
right.
fucking version of Kang has said that. Like, if you kill me, guess what? You're gonna deal with me all over again. Like,
right.
Congratulations, you stupid fuck. It's just gonna keep getting worse.
It's just we're going into more speculation before we run out of time. I didn't have time to watch the video and the speculation, but does Ramatut now guarantee that in the next phase, or in his version of, let's say, Battle World Ramatut, we get Apocalypse?
Ooh.
And then do we get a post-credit scene of, I'm just going to throw it out there, Josh Brolin's Cable coming back in time to kill Apocalypse, which he was meant to do in the whole time. Apocalypse gets the celestial technology, saves himself, and that leads Cable to realize, damn, I couldn't kill you. It's going to fuck up everything, and that's a post-credit to lead you to the X-Men.
And to be just out there, and I'm going to say it right now, they got all the pieces to pull it. Now, I know that Fox did a crappy Apocalypse, but they do have the guy that played the Apocalypse in that
yes.
In that
He's playing
universe.
a different character now.
Huh?
He's playing a different character now.
I know, but they do have the guy there. They have Cable there. Everything's been set up by Fox on a weird level. They could use that way. Like, to be honest, they could go a lot of ways, Tony. They could use
I got more.
that Cable. They could. This is what we're doing. We're speculating.
What are you teasing them for? Just say it.
Yeah, just say it.
That Galactus will be a Celestial, and that his planet killing is sort of needed to wipe out things. And so that will also somehow tie in, because we saw, I sent you the video, there's a version of Kang as Galactus, and depending on the multiverse, the universe that you go to, that will also, come out of this, that this will bring in Galactus. And remember, I've told you, all you need is a tease of a guy flying across in a silver surfboard. You don't have to show a face, and you got a purple ship following. And that's all you got to do, and that's your tease to give me that in 5 or 6 years. You don't have to do it now. So that's another speculation that will also come out of this. And I got another one that I think you've seen, that after Kang Dynasty, all the movies will have a subtitle of Battle World. So like the Fantastic Four movie will get its origin, and then we will get Battle World, Fantastic Four as a sequel. That the Doctor Strange movie will tie into a Battle World movie. And we will get Black Panther 3 Battle World. Like maybe Captain America 5 Battle World, Thor 5 Battle World. What do you guys think about that?
To be honest, I'm on board with it. As long, and I'm going to just say, as long as you don't play it safe. And the point that I mean with that is, I don't want the movie to be Black Panther 3 Battle World, and it's with, like, let's say, the continuation of what happened with Namor. No, if you're going to give me Battle World on Black Panther 3 Battle World, I would like to see something like, let's say, with Black Panther versus a guy that's supposed to be a hero, or something different, something weird that if it wasn't because all the multiverse fucked up and we got this Battle World, we wouldn't get. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
see, think about it. What if in that version of Battle World, our version of Namor in the 616 is killed, and we get a true version of Namor or Namorita, his cousin, where they have to work together with this version of Shuri. But Shuri sees him as an enemy because you killed my mother. But no, that was your version of Namor or Namorita. We didn't do that. We've been together this whole time and allies, and that romance that was cut from the movie is actually put back in.
To be honest, they could do it real cool. They could do Battle World real cool. To be honest, I think they could do it real cool. Like, something that they could do is like, and this is something, just throwing it out there, with the dead characters, Iron Man and Black Widow. Like,
right.
Let's say something that would be cool. Let's say Bucky's walking, and then here comes this Black Widow, and he's like, Natasha. Well, it's not his Natasha. She sees him as an enemy. Beam, boom, bam. They're fighting. Same with Iron Man. Let's say this Iron Man looks like Robert Downey Jr. You bring him back. Once he unmaxes himself, how crazy people are going to go. And then this Iron Man is not evil, but remember, everybody, the hero.
What if it's not Iron Man? What if he's playing Dr. Doom?
No, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, they could go so many ways cool with him. Like, because like you said, what if he's Dr. Doom? But I'm just saying, like, they could do so many cool things with the whole Battle World team. Something that could come out of this, and I know probably we might not get it, but something to me that could come out of this is like a World War Hulk movie or a Maestro movie. Simple reason I would say.
I think Maestro, though, could come out of this, and maybe we get the comic version where he kills Hercules to get the title of Maestro.
That's what I'm saying.
A little bit of Hercules already.
Exactly. Yeah. So they could do so many cool things, and that's what I want them to do. If you're going to give me Battle World, I don't want you to play it safe. No.
Ooh, what
give
about
me some weird shit?
Remember Avengers 1 million BC?
Yeah.
What if we get actually Agamotto? What if we get actually the original Panther God? What if we get the Phoenix Force as another version of the Avengers that actually brings everybody together? And we get this giant scene in Secret Wars where that is 10 times bigger than the portals in Endgame. And you get everybody that's still alive.
Like I said,
that'd be crazy.
Like you said, Tony, there's so many, and that would be amazing. If you give me the Avengers from 10,000 BC, that would be amazing, bro. You could do so many cool things. Like let's say, a movie that would be nice, that will come out before this or something like this, like you say, set up Doctor Strange. Let's say he left in that incursion, and he comes back to the universe, and then everything's different. Let's say the heroes are the Squadron Supreme and stuff like that. You could do so many cool things with this. I just want them to do cool things, because if you're going to play it safe, then don't do it at all. But if you're going to go in, which I think Kevin Feige is just a mastermind, and he's
of course
willing to take risks, I think he would do cool things with it. And as long as you do it right, I honestly think that it could be something nice. To be honest, I'm all aboard for anything. I would like to see something different, because we see this in comic books all the time. Mm-hmm. We've seen it with the Heroes Reborn storyline where, Captain America, remember, he's like, you remember, we just read that a while back. Infinity Warp, where universe merged together, and we had Doctor Strange Supreme or whatever it was, or Captain America Supreme. Well, I forgot what the name was, and while not sleepy, you should read it because it's fucking amazing. But Infinity, give me something weird like that. Just don't play it safe. That's all I want.
Any final thoughts, Sleepy?
No, I agree, because the more you let Kevin Feige do his thing, the better the Marvel universe will be, the more toys you'll sell, the more people will start coming back, the more critics will stop giving bullshit bullshit criticism ratings. Like, it's still what, 48%? It's ridiculous. Dude, the movie was fucking great. Just post credit scene alone, being ripped straight from a comic book page, is
Mm-hmm.
a 10 out of 10. So how is it at 48% besides just blatant hate and not actually watching a movie? And I don't know. I just really enjoyed this movie, and I can't wait for the speculations that we have to come a fruit. Like, I would love to see a Rama Tut versus like a Hulk or something. That'd be great.
But how much longer will Kevin Feige be there?
Hmm.
Speculation for a future time in a soon-to-be-released video. And please don't forget, we're trying to get a giveaway. We're going to give away a PS5 at 5,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be eligible is subscribe to this channel, comment on any video that you see, and you'll be entered in the giveaway. Deuces, nerds.